Back in 2023, something strange started happening in tech. And I remember this clearly because I have been coding professionally since 2012, and even I had that small moment of thinking, okay, is this different? Companies were laying off developers while at the same time they were investing billions into AI. The logic was simple. Why pay engineers if AI can write the code? And for a moment, it actually looked like they were right. In 2023 alone, more than 260,000 people in tech lost their jobs. In 2024 and 2025, the cuts continued. Hiring slowed down, junior roles became harder to find, and everywhere you looked, the same fear kept showing up. Software engineers are doomed. And for a moment, it actually felt true. But now in 2026, something really interesting is happening. Some of those same companies are quietly doing the exact opposite. They are rehiring developers. Sometimes the exact same people they let go. So what changed? Did AI suddenly get worse, or did companies realize something they should have understood from the very beginning? Because what actually happened behind the scenes is very different from what you've been told. The bet. Let's rewind for a second. Put yourself in the shoes of a company in 2023. AI is exploding. Tools are writing code in seconds. Demos look insane. Investors are excited. And you, as a company, are thinking, if this works, we don't need big engineering teams anymore. And you know, engineering teams is the most expensive department of a company. So companies made a bet. Fewer developers, more AI, faster output, lower costs. On paper, it looked like the smartest decision in the world. And they didn't just talk about it, they acted on it. Hiring slowed down. Teams got smaller. Junior roles started disappearing. Some companies even went full AI first, and that's when things started to change. The break. At first, everything looked great. Code was being written faster than ever, features shipped quickly. In general, velocity went up. But then, something strange started happening. Not immediately, but it started slowly, and then all at once. Imagine a team using AI to build features faster. Week 1, everything feels amazing. Week 2, even better. Week 4, suddenly bugs start appearing in places nobody even touched. Something breaks in production and nobody knows why, because the code works until it doesn't. And now, instead of building new features, the team is stuck trying to understand code they didn't fully write themselves. And the problems start stacking up. Bugs increase, systems get harder to maintain, performance issues appear, debugging takes longer than before. Current developers started losing their passion in the job, but that's not even the worst part. The worst part is that the code looks correct, which makes it even harder to catch problems early. Some studies started showing that AI-generated code had almost up to 2 times more errors. Teams ended up with 38% more code to maintain, and nearly 50% of developers reported lower real productivity. Think about that. You invest in AI to move faster, and you end up slowing down. The real problem. Now, before we go any further, I want to be very clear about something. I use AI every day, every hour. Honestly, this video is not an anti-AI video. AI is one of the most powerful tools developers have ever had. But the mistake companies made was thinking that a tool that writes code can replace people who actually understand software. And this is where companies started realizing something critical. Writing code is not the hard part. Understanding systems is actually the difficult part. AI is like a super fast junior developer. It can write a lot of code very quickly, but it doesn't know when it's making a bad decision. And if nobody is there to guide it, it will confidently build the wrong thing faster than ever, yes, believing it's correct. AI can generate functions quickly, but it doesn't understand why your system is built in a certain way, what trade-offs were made, and what might break if some things change. It doesn't understand context, and in software, context is everything. You can have code that works perfectly in isolation, but completely fails when integrated into a real system. Software is not just code, it's a combination of many decisions made by developers. The cost. This is where it starts hurting, because all of this leads to one thing: cost. Not just financial cost, but time, complexity, technical debt, and slower teams. This is something most people don't talk about. Fixing a bug written by AI is not the same as fixing your own bug. When you write the code, you remember your thinking. When AI writes it, you're reverse engineering decisions that were never really decisions. And that takes time. A lot of time. Suddenly, that cheap AI-generated code becomes very expensive to maintain. And companies started asking, wait, where is the actual value into this? The reversal. And this is where everything flips. Companies start realizing we don't need fewer developers, we need better ones, smarter ones, more reliable and responsible. So what do? Correct. They start hiring again quietly. They don't make big and loud announcements, just job postings increasing. And in many cases, they are rehiring former employees. This, by the way, is called boomerang hiring. In some companies, up to 30 to 35% of new hires are people who already worked there before. Think about that for a second. Imagine letting someone go only to realize a few months later that you actually needed that guy. So that's what's happening right now. Quiet messages. Hey, would you be open to coming back? Because those developers understand the system, know the history, and can fix complex issues fast. Things AI simply cannot do by itself. The shift. But here's the important part. They're not hiring the same way anymore. Before, you could get hired for writing code. Now, you get hired for understanding problems. Companies are not saying, let's hire more juniors. They're saying, we need people who can think, we need people who can debug, design, and decide. Because AI already handles the simple stuff. So the industry is shifting in that way now. Less demand for basic coding, more demand for real problem solving. What this means for you. So what does this mean for you? It means something very simple. The easy path is gone. You can't rely on just copying tutorials, copy-pasting AI code, or building surface-level projects. AI can already do that way better than you. And that's the truth. But if you learn how systems work, how to debug properly, and how to think through problems, then AI doesn't replace you. It makes you dangerous. So no, developers are not being replaced. Companies are correcting a big mistake. They tried to shortcut software development and they found out this the hard way. You can generate code, but you can't generate understanding. AI didn't replace developers, it exposed how expensive it is to not understand what you're building. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who's stressing about AI replacing developers. And of course, I'd love to hear your opinion in the comments below. Has AI made you better or just faster? Thanks for watching, you legends. I'm Pete, and I'll see you on the next one.